You want a job glow up, but you're not sure how to go about it. Suddenly, a family member says something about a job fair tomorrow, and your adolescent mind says, "Sounds fun." The next day, you show up at said job fair in a t-shirt, shorts, and a little bit of extra money in case they have funnel cakes. But little did you know, you were completely unprepared. Hello, and welcome to the Thinking Ahead podcast. My name is Ronaldo Stevens, and I'm your host on this journey to not only fund your future and education, but to find the right path for you while staying debt-free. You could say that we're seeking truth in college, careers, and finance. A job fair, also known as a career fair or employment fair, is an event where a bunch of employers set up with their recruiters and look for potential employees for positions that are offered throughout the company. Now, most of the positions that you're going to find at these job fairs are entry-level or even lower positions. However, as a student, whether you're a high school student, college student, or a recent graduate, these events are really good for you to see what the job market is looking like in your area. If you go online and search job fair in my area, you'll probably find several. Now, before you go into a job fair, there are a few tips that I'd like to go over. Tip number 1, have a resume. Now, there are a lot of people that just show up to these events and they grab the flyer, write their name down on an interest form, and they say to the recruiter, "Yeah, my name is such and such. Please remember me." And the recruiter will say, "Yeah, I'll remember you." They won't remember you. They're going to talk to at least 50 more people over the next couple of hours. So it is best for you to have a resume and make sure that you and your personality are tied to that resume. In your job search, resumes are the first thing you must build. Whether the job search is online or through an employment agency, it is often the first introduction of a company to your work persona, that is, your workplace personality and skill set. This dynamic switches at a job fair where you make the first impression with your presence. Tip number 2, have a business card. This one is not as important. However, if you are just passing by the table and they don't need your service yet, or if you're a freelancer, or if you just met another person looking for a job and you want to work together, a business card is a great way to exchange information. A lot of people believe that in the digital age you don't need one because of QR codes, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp shares and the like. However, a business card is a nice tangible reminder that you can go back through at the end of the day to remember who you talked to. I personally like to write down where and when I met the contact on the card. However, in some cultures, this is considered disrespectful to do in front of the person. Do not do this in Japan.
Hey, sorry to bother you, but you're out of episode budget money for this pilot. Gotta start using more stick figures.
Wait a minute. How am I over budget already?
Oh, well, it turns out the coupons you gave us expired, so we had to pay full price for the family meals and everything, so, you know.
Ugh, fine. We're gonna finish this out though, so buckle up. Tip number 3. Don't arrive late. Furthermore, don't show up in the last hour only. Career fairs can sometimes be very big, where they take up entire convention floors, or they can be very small, where they take up the smallest boardroom in a hotel lobby. In either case, you want to have enough time to peruse the floor, and you want to get there before employers leave. The last job fair I went to was supposed to be scheduled from 11 to 3. However, by 2:13, all but one table was shutting down. Recruiters are people too. They have other things to do, and not to mention they get tired after so many hours. You cannot show up late and expect to get the same level of energy or attention. Another piece of advice when going to a job fair is go in knowing what you want or what you are looking for. especially at the bigger fairs. If it is a huge career fair that has up to or over 100 employers, you will not have time to truthfully engage with each one of those tables. If you approach a table and they have no positions in your field, or if their department or office location does not handle that position, you can go ahead and thank them for the conversation and move on. This will save you not only time, but cut back on energy loss and stress. Tip number 5. If you have an employer you especially want to see, go see them second or third. You're probably thinking, why not talk to them first? The answer is nerves, or nervousness. If you try to have your best interview without warming up, it's just like trying to play sports without stretching. You won't give your best performance. Talk to 1 or 2 other recruiters before talking to your main goal, so that you can get a feel for holding a conversation with a business professional that day. You also don't want to see your preferred employer last. You have outreach or social batteries that drain with each interaction. Your last interaction of an event is usually where you start to feel tired or even disenfranchised, or even just tired of talking to strangers. Furthermore, use the job fair to investigate. If you are unsure of a position, ask questions about it. The recruiter will give you the best information that they can and also what they are looking for in a candidate. If you know you aren't qualified for a position they're offering, ask them what you would need to qualify and the path they recommend to get there. Tip number 7. Dress nice, but know that you don't have to go all out. I was trying to get dressed for the last career fair I was at, and I was like,
oh, what button-up shirt should I wear? And what tie should I wear that matches with it?
And I heard a still small voice say, just wear a black polo. And it's true. You don't have to wear a suit and tie if you're trying to get an entry-level position at the Coca-Cola facility as a shelf stocker. But you do need to show that you are willing to present yourself in a clean and respectable way. The main thing about job fair fashion is to look the part. Different positions have different aesthetics, and the formal, business, casual scales will slide with that. At college career fairs, it is common to wear blazers or simple solid color suits. Of course, comb or brush your hair, shave, and please bathe. You'd be surprised. If in doubt, Brock McGrath says the phrase, "It's better to be a little overdressed than a little underdressed." My final tip, smile and enjoy yourself. A lot of the recruiters are going to be talking with others all day. Some of those prospects will have great attitudes. Some of them will have bad attitudes. Some will talk too much, while others will talk too little. However, if you're friendly, they will at least be able to relax, and you should be able to have a more in-depth conversation with the recruiter. To enjoy yourself, just remember that a job fair is a learning and leveling up event. You're learning what's out there, you're learning what recruiters want, and you're leveling up your interview skills. You can even make a game out of it, like I did. I have a job, employment, career fair bingo card for download. You can find the link in the show notes, and hopefully it can give you something to do to take the pressure off between tables. Those are all the tips I have for today. If you haven't written a resume, your action steps for today should be typing out your employment history and skills. If you're young, focus on those soft skills, the people skills, and the ones that would be good in any situation, such as typing, talking with customers, and problem solving. This could include anything you've done in extracurriculars inside or outside of school. Volunteering is nearly invaluable for experience at the high school level with this. If you do have any questions or would like help with some of this stuff, please reach out at thinkingaheadpodcast.com. In the meantime, keep believing in yourself and keep thinking ahead.
You took everything for me.
I don't even know who